write a code where catch with array, catch with null pointer, catch with class cast. No. So here in this example we can see, or this example shows us that we can have one try and multiple catch, especially when our code would like to handle multiple exceptions. So here, why have we written array index? Because of this. And why have we written null pointer? Because of this. E1.toString. E1 may contain null. E1 may contain null. E1 contains null. So in that case, null pointer exception and array 4 is equal to 10. That may give array index. But how exactly will it work? That we need to know. First, int ARR is equal to new int 4. Array will be created. Then E1 is declared as null. Nothing wrong in that. SOP array created. Okay, everything is fine till now. ARR 4 is equal to 10. Now let me explain you the sequence here. Program ka sequence. ARR 4 is equal to 10. Array index out of bound exception will come. So JVM will create object of array index out of bound exception, which contains information about that exception, such as call stack, error message, etc. Then JVM will throw that object to our application. When JVM throws that object, we will collect in this AE. So control will come here and it will skip this line. This line will be skipped. वो line skip होगी. Control will come here. SOP जो लिखा है AE. Control will not go to catch null pointer because वो exception आया ही नहीं. And then it will print array assign. So let's see the output. See, array created, array index out of bound exception 4 and array assign. This line got skipped. A line skip हो गई. So that proves whenever exception gets raised at a particular statement, from there it goes to the respective catch after skipping next line or next statements. So your placement of statement is very important. Placement of coding.
Sir, then in this case, what's the use of writing multiple lines in try?
Yeah, actually it never happens. We are just, once again I will repeat that it is only for our discussion. Actually what happens, especially when you go to Eclipse, when you code in Eclipse, when you write one statement, and if that statement is related to checked exception, compiler will enforce you must handle. Now Eclipse पे advantage ये है, on Eclipse advantage is we don't have to type try and catch. Try and catch will be given by Eclipse, and that try and catch will be given by Eclipse for that particular statement only. दूसरा एक statement है, वहाँ पे भी error है. You must write try and catch, and you just have to say yes, okay. So Eclipse will give you try and catch for the दूसरा statement also. So usually such possible statements are only one per try. So try catch.
Okay, so like
as a programmer you can write multiple statements in try, but at your own risk. अभी यहाँ पे ये हुआ that exception यहाँ पे आया, तो this line got skipped.
So for single statement, like we have to do try catch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eclipse does that. Eclipse पे आप कोडिंग करने वाले हो तो just don't worry. यहाँ पे हम लोग just flow learn कर रहे हैं, कैसे flow जा रहा है. Suppose if I make it 3, तो क्या होगा? If I make it 3,
null pointer exception.
हाँ. If I write 3, तो no exception, then this line will be executed. अभी यहाँ पे E1 null है, तो null pointer exception. So null pointer exception will get raised. So JVM will create object of null pointer exception, which contains details about the exception, such as call stack, error message. Then JVM will throw that object to our code, and control comes to this catch block. SOP any, and then SOP array assign. Okay. So here we understood that if exception comes at this line, control will go to that particular catch block after skipping the next statement or statements. So you should code it very carefully. When you are on Eclipse, you don't have to bother about that. Eclipse will take care.
हेलो सर
हाँ.
सर सपोज यहाँ पे अगर जो नल पॉइंटर एक्सेप्शन है ये कैच स्टेटमेंट सर अगर वो एरेक्स के पहले दिया तो डजंट मैटर ना
Doesn't matter. Good question. Good question. Doesn't matter. कोई भी order हो सकता. As long as they are at the same level.
ओके
As long as they are at the same level. Afterwards, you will see if you have parent exception and child exception. So order must be strictly first child exception and then parent.
ओके
That you will see in the next. But as long as they are at the same level, ये सारे एक ही level पे हैं, तो they can be in any order.
ओके सर
Exception handling is very simple topic. At least in Java, it is very simple. Just you have to just understand that main concept, checked, unchecked, then everything is fine. Okay. Exception example 4. What is there? This is also possible, or this also can be done. Instead of writing two catch blocks, catch for array, catch for null pointer, you can just write one catch exception. Because exception is a parent. You know, parent can collect any child. So catch exception. Sometimes people write catch throwable also. That's not wrong, but you don't have to go till throwable. Why? Because throwable is also parent of the error. So why you are going till throwable? You can go through till exception. So exception is much better than throwable. So if you have catch exception, it can handle any type of exceptions. No need to execute this program. It's same.
So in C++ we have generic catch block. So is it same here?
Yeah, correct. In C++ we have catch with 3 ellipses. That is generic catch block. Isn't it? Yes or no?
So
Ellipses, three dots. So here exception. In Java we have a perfect hierarchy. Base class, child class. Example 5. Okay. Look at this rule. Read this rule. Very important. One try and multiple catch block. When you write one try and multiple catch block, the rule is the most specific catch block should precede most generic catch block. The most specific catch block, that means child class, must precede the most generic catch block, parent class. What does that mean? Look at this code. First of all, look at that one try and multiple catch, number 1. Number 2 is, despite we have exception here, array index is written. Why? Exception can catch any exception, including array index. So why do we have a separate catch for array index? Reason, if I want to perform any specific task in case of array index out of bound exception. So catch may, I want to perform a specific job or specific task. If array index out of bound exception is there, for all other exceptions, I do not have any specific requirement. A common statement, okay, just print type trace. So in that case, I will go for special catch block. But when I go for special array index with catch exception, the rule is first catch with array index and then catch with exception. If you do vice versa, you will get compilation error. Compilation error. So when you write one try and multiple catch block, the rule is the most specific catch block should precede the most generic catch block. Here, most specific catch block is array index. The most specific, the most generic catch block is catch with exception. So this should be the order. This is the correct order.
Sir, can we read the statement?
Yeah. Problem क्या है? If exception comes before array index, exception will catch array index also, and in that case, array index will become unreachable code. That's the problem.
Hello, sir.
Ah.
Sir, just now you said about the parent child. So is this the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Array index is the child and exception is the parent. No?
Yeah.
So catch with child must come first and then catch with parent.
Okay. So also the reference will be the same.
That's a local. No?
Yeah.
A is a local. So you write same or different doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
So this program will compile. But if you write vice versa, if you write catch exception first, exception array index out of bound exception has already been caught. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ ये कैच ब्लॉक जो लिखा है आपने which the catch block which you have written is unreachable because that array index can be collected here, so this becomes unreachable code. That's why this is not allowed. Notice that SOP AE, so we have two string method. I told you two string methods you will see everywhere. Now in this case, what does that two string method displays? Let's see. Java.lang.array index out of bound exception 4. Why 4? Because of 4 you got the exception. That's the reason. That's the reason. Example 6. What is new in example 6? example 6, along with try and catch, we have finally. Now, try block is to write possible statements which might cause exception. Try. Let me try. If I get any problem, I will handle it. So how do you handle? Catch. So catch block is to handle. Try block is to write possible statements which might cause exceptions. Catch block is for handling. Whole and sole purpose of catch is to handle. Finally, this is something additional. Now about finally block is that finally block gets executed irrespective of whether exception is raised or not. This is exactly opposite of catch. You know, catch block executes only and only when exception comes. When there's no exception, no catch. But finally ka वैसा नहीं. Finally block always executes whether exception is there or not. So ये finally जो है, this can be used for releasing the resources. And people use this finally for releasing the resources. The other place where we can release our resources is finalize method, which you know. Now I have been asking this finalize method, I think since last week. What is finalize method in Viva? So finalize method is a method which gets called just before object garbage collection. Just before object garbage collection. So that finalize method we can utilize in order to release the resources. But we cannot